But think about the proximity to home. So ask yourself, just how far do I want to be away from home? And this is really important because on average, students tend to, and this is just a study, but they tend to attend college. Most students attend college within 4 hour driving distance from home. And so this is really important because your mom may say, well, I don't want to have you go more than 8 hours away. I want to be able to get to you in a day. Or depending upon what state you live in, maybe you can hit like a tri-state area. So maybe like, okay, you can go to this bordering state because they all kind of touch each other, and I'm okay with that, or this distance. So thinking about how far from home is really important. And this is a decision I don't think you should make on your own, because this decision impacts everybody in your family. If something should happen to you and someone needs to get to you, or if you need to get back home, you need to think about that. And you also need to think about, how often do I want to go home between breaks? Do I have loved ones who, are home, and I want to be closer to home, maybe to a grandparent. And so that location, I really do think, is one of the first decisions after the type of college that will serve you, that type of learning environment. Really do think about the location and get firm on that, because you can have somewhat of the same experiences in a certain region, or you can have very different experiences based on where you live. So, you just need to think about the location. If you don't prefer cold weather, then you need to think about that in terms of, where you want to go to school. If you prefer to be near the beach, you need to think about that as well, if you've grown up near that, and that's really important to you. So again, think about how far from home and the, excuse me, the location. So I want to share a tool that can help you begin to focus on schools by location. And this link is in the resource section of the course. And let me share it with you. What you can do, there are a couple ways. So this is just called College Navigator. And it's a, I'm sorry, I have a frog in my throat. And with College Navigator, it's a website full of research information that is managed by the U.S. Department of Education to help institutions and help families make smart college decisions. And so this information gets updated annually. And I say definitely use it to learn more about some of the schools that you're interested in. There are a couple ways we can do it. We can do it by region. I can just scroll through and pick a state. But in this case, I'm just going to use the map. And let's say I want to be in the Southwest somewhere. So I'm just going to kind of click on a couple of places, and then I want to mix it up a bit, whatever. I'll just pick 3 spots to make it super easy. And no, I'm sorry, because I'm doing location, let me do this. So let's pretend I live, I should have made up a zip code. I only know one zip code, and not a made up zip code, 91210, because it used to be a TV show. So let me take this off of here. So I'm going to do 91210, and I do know that's in California. And I only want to be no more than 50 miles away. I want to earn my bachelor's degree, and I don't care if it's public, private, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's see what I get. But I do want to do a 4-year school. And I can also search on more options. And we'll go through some of these a little bit later, but I'm just going to keep it very general for now. And then we can just show the results. Excuse me. And now this shows the results of all the colleges and universities that are, whatever it was I said, 50 miles from that zip code, from 91210. Okay, so that's one way. One thing I do want to show you with this website that I really like, so a couple things I like. Number one, you do not need to give your name or your email address, so you don't have to give any personal identifying information, so you won't worry about getting emails. You won't have to worry about getting any regular snail mail, paper mail. This is purely research, and it's a great tool to allow you to do some of the legwork. So, definitely take advantage of that. And so what you can do is you can add it to favorites and take a look at, you can do a comparison. So I'm just going to pick like, just randomly pick one. So I can add to favorites. So if I add a couple of schools to favorites, I will be able to do a comparison. I'm just going to like scroll through another page, and I just randomly picked. And then I will be able to look at the favorites and to compare. Let me check all, and to see kind of how they stack up as I'm going a little bit deeper in my search for things that are important to me. So I just wanted to quickly point that out. Okay. So we'll come back to that in just a minute. But the first thing I just wanted to show you how you can use this to search based on location. So find, schools that are close to you. And especially if you are a, freshman, sophomore, or junior, and you have time on your side. And if you're able to do a visit or you're able to do a drive-by, I know some schools are doing socially distanced visits, where they have fewer students. It's really good to visit a school, even if it's a school you may or may not go to. Just the fact that you're walking, you're hearing the tour, because with each visit you learn more about what it is you like in a school, or maybe some things you don't like. Walking, you walk across campus, a school that's maybe 10,000 students, you start to realize like, wow, I really want to go to a school that's like less than 5,000 students. This is a really long walk. Or, you begin to, as you're walking around, they point out certain buildings and certain programs, and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't know this existed, or I didn't know that. And so each visit helps you to learn more about schools you could possibly add to your list during the college search. So this is a great tool to help you just kind of get your feet wet and do some college searches close to home, or if you're vacationing somewhere or having to visit someone. I don't think many of us are vacationing nowadays, but in the past when we used to do a lot of vacationing, we would, I would recommend this. Like, if you're going to be near a college, by all means, just pop in and visit. Do like a 1-hour tour to learn about that particular school, because you don't know when you're going to be in that area again. So again, that's one way we can do it. And again, you can also do the same thing. Instead of looking by just the zip code and the miles, you could again do the map, like I gave you the example, and pick a couple of schools in a particular area. Maybe if you live like right around here, and then you may say, okay, yeah, I'll go to Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado, because I kind of live like right here in Colorado. So I'm open to these areas, and you can begin to show results and pull up schools as well in these different areas, and begin to add them and save them and do some comparison.